Grid Measurement Tool. We have added a grid overlay tool in the Advanced Analysis Tools. You can either define an area and a number of grid rows and columns, and then it will determine the width of these rows and columns, or you can create a grid with a certain width of row and column. First, we will start by defining an area, and then it will determine the width and the height of the rows and columns. We're down at the waterfront here, and we've decided that we want 10 rows and 10 columns. So we will draw a rectangle, although note that you can also draw using a polygon to create more than 4 sides. And we see that it has created a 94.38 foot width and 51.1 foot height. Click Create GRG, or Grid Reference Graphic. And we see here it creates the graphic. This is useful in case you want to print this map and then refer to it either for fieldwork and data collection, or perhaps just to refer to this area on the screen if you're in a meeting. You can have the option of showing or not showing the labels. Or we can click Clear and decide that we want to have 100 foot wide exactly rows and columns in height. So we go to define a grid from a point, and we'll give it 100 foot width and height, and we decide that we want to have 5 horizontal, and we'll make it 10 rows tall. Note that we can decide we want to rotate. We'll go ahead and we'll do a 45-degree rotation. We'll click, we can either choose coordinates to enter where we want to center this grid, or we can click on the map. We'll go ahead and just click by eye down here on Bay Street. And again, we click Create Grid Reference Graphic. And we see here that it has created, rotated 45 degrees, a grid of 100 by 100 foot squares. Let's go ahead and clear that out. We'll see what it looks like without any rotation. We'll make it symmetrical, 5 by 5, and we'll go 100 by 200 foot, just for another example. We'll center it right here again, and now we have a 200 by 100 foot grid. And again, this is useful because if we print this out, we can call this 100 by 200 foot grid waterfront, and we will see this grid on the printout. And here we have the